Let's explore the psychology of social anxiety. It's a common issue for many people. We will discuss science-backed methods to help you overcome its challenging and difficult grip. We will show you how to rewire your brain. This guide offers 5 practical steps. They are designed to be simple, clear, and very easy for you to follow. Social anxiety is much more than just being shy. It is an intense, persistent fear of being watched and judged by others in social settings, causing immense personal distress. This fear can feel overwhelming in everyday situations. Simple things like meeting new people or speaking in a group can trigger a very strong negative physical and emotional response. When you feel this anxiety, your brain is in a state of high alert. It perceives a social threat, even when there is no real danger or reason to worry. The good news is that your brain can change. This amazing ability is called neuroplasticity. You can create new thought patterns and habits through consistent and dedicated daily practice. We will guide you through this process. These 5 steps are not quick fixes. They are a proven framework for creating lasting change in your mind over a period. By understanding and applying these techniques, you can begin to feel more comfortable. You will gain confidence in social situations that once caused you a great deal of fear. This journey is about empowering yourself with knowledge. You will learn the tools to manage your mind, reduce your fear, and ultimately take back control of your life. Let us begin with the very first step. It is the foundation for everything else. Understanding the nature of your specific anxiety is absolutely crucial for your success. Step 1 is to understand your anxiety. Before you can change anything, you must first become aware of what is happening inside your own mind and your body. This involves paying close attention to your triggers. What specific situations or thoughts set off your feelings of social fear? You need to identify them all carefully. Think of it as an anxiety cycle. It usually starts with a trigger. This is an event or situation that you find very stressful, difficult, and quite intimidating. This trigger then activates negative automatic thoughts. These are quick, judgmental thoughts about yourself or the situation. They pop into your mind without you even trying to think them. These negative thoughts lead to uncomfortable feelings. You might feel fear, panic, or embarrassment. Your body also reacts with physical symptoms like a racing heart or tense muscles. Your resulting behavior is often avoidance. You might leave a party early, or perhaps you will decide not to speak up during an important work meeting. This avoidance provides temporary relief from the anxiety. However, in the long run, it actually reinforces the original fear, making it much stronger over a long period. Let's look closer at your personal triggers. Is it public speaking? Maybe it is making small talk with strangers. Write down a list of your specific situations. Knowing your triggers makes them predictable. When you know what to expect, you can better prepare yourself mentally for the challenge that is coming up for you. This awareness is your first tool. It takes the anxiety out of the shadows. It turns a vague, powerful fear into a specific problem you can start solving. Now, let's talk about those negative automatic thoughts. They are often distorted and untrue. They are the voice of your anxiety, not the voice of absolute reality. An example of a negative thought is, "Everyone thinks I am awkward." Or maybe, "I'm definitely going to say something stupid, and they will all laugh at me." These thoughts feel very real in the moment. They hijack your perception of the social situation, coloring everything with a filter of fear and self-doubt about yourself. A key part of understanding your anxiety is recognizing these thoughts. Just notice them when they appear in your mind. Don't fight them. Just acknowledge their presence. By simply observing these thoughts, you begin to separate yourself from them. You learn that just because you think something, it does not automatically make it true. Let's now consider the intense feelings and physical sensations. Your heart might pound in your chest. You could start sweating, or maybe you find yourself shaking uncontrollably. These physical reactions are part of the fight or flight response. Your body is preparing for danger, even though the threat is social and not a physical one. Recognizing these sensations as a part of anxiety can be helpful. Instead of panicking, you can say to yourself, "This is just my body's false alarm system." Finally, notice your avoidance behaviors. Do you turn down social invitations? Do you avoid making eye contact with others? These are patterns you can begin to change. By mapping out this entire cycle trigger, thought, feeling, and behavior, you gain a clear understanding. This knowledge is the essential first step toward rewiring your anxious brain for good. This brings us to step 2. Challenge your negative thoughts. Now that you can identify them, it is time to actively question their validity and their ultimate truth. This process is called cognitive restructuring. You are essentially acting like a detective. You are searching for the hard evidence behind your anxious thoughts, not just blindly believing them. Remember the important core principle. Your thoughts are not facts. They are just mental events, like clouds passing in the sky. You do not have to cling to them. Your anxious thoughts are often based on assumptions. They are not based on concrete evidence. They are your brain's attempt to protect you by predicting the worst-case scenario. The goal is to develop a more balanced and realistic perspective. You will learn to see situations more clearly, without the distortion of your overwhelming social anxiety. The first technique is to catch the thought. As soon as you feel a spike of social anxiety, pause and ask yourself, what just went through my mind? Try to pinpoint the exact words of the negative thought. For example, they will all notice how nervous I am, and they will silently judge me. It can be helpful to write these thoughts down. Seeing them on paper can make them feel less powerful and much more manageable than when they are just inside. This simple act of catching the thought breaks the automatic cycle. It inserts a moment of conscious awareness where there used to be only a mindless instant reaction. Practice this regularly. The more you do it, the faster you will become at recognizing your negative thought patterns as they happen in real time, which is helpful. The second technique is to check the thought. Once you have caught the thought, examine it critically. Ask yourself, what is the actual evidence for this thought? What is the evidence against this thought? Have there been times when you had a similar thought and the bad outcome you predicted did not actually happen at all? Are you making any thinking errors? For instance, are you mind reading, assuming you know what others are thinking? Or are you fortune-telling, predicting a negative future outcome? Another question to ask is, what is a more helpful or realistic way of looking at this situation? Try to find an alternative, less negative interpretation. This process of questioning weakens the belief in the negative thought. It shows your brain that there are other, more likely possibilities to consider instead of that one. The final technique is to change the thought. After you have caught it and checked it, replace it with a more balanced and compassionate statement about yourself. For instance, instead of, "Everyone will think I'm boring," you could try, "I can't know what everyone thinks. Maybe I will have an interesting conversation with one person." This new thought does not have to be overly positive. It just needs to be more realistic and less self-critical than the original automatic negative thought was. By doing this repeatedly, you are carving new neural pathways. You are training your brain to default to more balanced thoughts instead of the old, anxious ones. Challenging your thoughts is a powerful skill. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your own mind, taking control away from the automatic pilot of anxiety. Now for step 3, practice mindful observation. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment on purpose, without any form of judgment or self-criticism. Social anxiety often pulls you into worries about the future. You worry about what might happen, or it drags you into regrets about the past social encounters. Mindfulness anchors you in the here and now. This is the only place where you can experience life and make conscious choices about what you want to do. It teaches you to observe your thoughts and feelings from a distance. You learn to see them come and go without getting entangled in their drama and fear. You are not trying to stop or get rid of the anxiety. Instead, you are changing your relationship with it. You are learning to coexist with it peacefully. When you can observe your anxiety without reacting, it loses its power over you. It becomes just another sensation, rather than an all-consuming emergency that takes over. A simple way to start is with your breath. Find a quiet place to sit and simply notice the sensation of your breath moving in and out. Your mind will inevitably wander. When it does, gently guide your attention back to your breath. Do this without any frustration or judgment toward yourself for wandering. This is a workout for your brain's attention muscle. It trains you to choose where you place your focus, rather than letting your anxious thoughts dictate your focus. You can practice this for just a few minutes each day. The consistency is more important than the duration of the practice. Just be sure to do it. During a social situation, you can use a mini mindfulness exercise. When you feel anxiety rising, briefly bring your attention to the physical sensations in your body. Notice your feet on the floor. Feel the air on your skin. Hear the sounds in the room around you. This brings you out of your head. Acknowledge the feeling of anxiety internally. You can say to yourself, "I am noticing a feeling of anxiety right now." This simple labeling can create distance. This creates a small gap between the stimulus, the social situation, and your response. In that gap, you have the freedom and the power to choose. Mindfulness rewires your brain to be less reactive. It strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thinking and emotional regulation, helping you a lot. Let's move to step 4. Gradually face your fears. This is perhaps the most powerful step for overcoming anxiety. This is known as exposure therapy in psychology. Avoidance is the fuel that keeps social anxiety going strong. Each time you avoid a feared situation, your brain learns that the situation is indeed dangerous and scary. To break this cycle, you must do the opposite. You have to approach the things you fear. You have to teach your brain that you can handle them. The key is to do this gradually. You do not want to overwhelm yourself by jumping into your most feared situation. That could make your anxiety even worse. You need to create a fear ladder, also called an exposure hierarchy. This is a list of social situations that you fear, ranked from least scary to most scary. Take a piece of paper and brainstorm all the social situations that make you anxious. Think of as many different scenarios as you can possibly come up with. Now, rate each situation on a scale from 0 to 100, where 0 is no anxiety at all, and 100 is extreme panic and total fear. For example, making eye contact and smiling at a stranger might be a 20. Asking a store clerk for help might be a 40 on your list. Going to a small party could be a 60. Giving a presentation at work or at school might be a 90, which is very high. Once you have your ranked list, you have your fear ladder. This is your personal roadmap for overcoming your social anxiety, step by step, in a controlled manner. Now, you can start with the item at the bottom of your ladder. Choose the situation that you rated with the lowest number. This is your first challenge. Your goal is to enter that situation and stay in it. You must stay there until your anxiety level naturally starts to decrease, which it always will. This process is called habituation. Your brain gets used to the situation and stops sending out the false alarm signals. It learns that there is no real threat. You might need to repeat this step several times. Practice the same low-level challenge until it causes you very little or no anxiety at all before moving on. The feeling of accomplishment you get from this is huge. It builds your self-confidence and proves to you that you are capable of facing your fears. Once you have mastered the first step, you can move up to the next item on your ladder. You will tackle a slightly more challenging social situation now. You will repeat the same process. You will enter the situation Stay with it and allow your anxiety to peak and then fall, all on its own. Each step you conquer rewires your brain's fear circuits. You are creating new memories of safety and competence in situations that were once associated with only danger. This gradual approach ensures that you are always in control. You set the pace. This empowerment is a powerful antidote to the feeling of helplessness that anxiety brings. Facing your fears systematically is the most direct way to reclaim your life. It opens up a world of experiences that your anxiety had previously closed off to you. Finally, we arrive at step 5. Focus outward, not inward. Social anxiety is a state of intense, painful self-consciousness. Your attention is turned completely inward. You are constantly monitoring yourself. How do I look? What should I say next? Am I blushing? This internal focus only makes your anxiety much worse. It also prevents you from actually engaging with other people. You are so busy in your own head that you miss what is happening right in front of you. The solution is to deliberately shift your attention outward. You need to redirect your focus away from yourself and onto other people and your immediate surroundings. This is a skill that takes practice, just like all the other steps. It feels unnatural at first, but it becomes easier with time and a lot of effort. When you are in a conversation, make it your goal to be curious. Your mission is to learn something interesting about the other person you are talking to. Practice active listening. Pay full attention to what they are saying, not to what you are going to say next. Ask open-ended follow-up questions about their life. When you are truly listening to someone else, there is less mental space available for your own anxious thoughts. Your focus is occupied with something else now. You can also focus on your environment. Notice the color of the walls. Listen to the background music. Pay attention to the details of the world around you. Shifting your focus outward breaks the self-conscious cycle. It helps you get out of your head and into the moment, allowing for more genuine and natural social connection. These 5 science-backed steps work together in a powerful synergy. Understanding your anxiety cycle gives you a map, showing you exactly where you need to go next. Challenging your thoughts and practicing mindfulness change your internal state. They give you the mental tools you need to manage your fear from the inside out every day. Gradually facing your fears rewires your brain's response to external triggers. Focusing outward helps you engage with the world in a new, more confident and connected way. Remember that this is a journey, not a race. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. There will be good days and there will be some setbacks. That is okay. By consistently practicing these steps, you are actively rewiring your brain. You are building resilience, confidence, and paving the way for a richer, more socially connected life.